Larry Rocio is a local boxer who has quite the following on social media. He is not wanted in connection to that cold case. In fact, it's unclear if prosecutors ever pursued charges against him. He is wanted on is a federal probation violation. Year-old Larry Rocio, a convicted felon who turned popular on social media, is now wanted by the United States Marshals Service. Rocio's case dating back to 2015. Federal court documents show he was arrested in Baltimore, Maryland, months after.
Man, what's up, man? It's your boy, the Cuban Assassin. Hey, Slim, today I'm gonna give y'all my time when I was in the federal penitentiary, Slim, and I had an episode of the K2, you hear me? One of my good subscribers commented this joint to me because I was talking about K2, and they asked me, they was like, Cap, you ever had an episode, man? You should do some content on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all my first episode of how it happened and how it got me sent to the hole, Slim. Hey, Slim, this is a wild story. This is what my man Kuda was my celly out Hazleton, you hear me? So man, go ahead, my day ones, go ahead and hit the like button. So I'm about to turn up something. I know y'all been waiting on me, you hear me? Alright, so look, Slim. I'm at Hazleton Penitentiary 2017, you understand what I'm saying? And freaking, hold up. Yeah, so look, I went and grabbed a little paper because I got my little paperwork and stuff. So I'm gonna just give y'all some elaboration on how prison is and, bro, what prison is. And y'all don't really know what prison is, bro. Let me tell you this, bro. So I was given 63 months in the feds for a gun, bro. When I got to prison and I saw that we locked in one room all day, bro, it was mind blowing, bro. You don't go. I'm about to explain to y'all. Listen, this is my sentences right here. You feel me? I didn't get out. This is 2017. I got there. You feel me? My release date, or I get a home detention date. That's when you go to the halfway house. It's 2017 January. This joint, the home detention date says August 2020, bro. You feel me? And if you don't get that, if you don't get that, it's 2021. So my release date is 2021. You understand what I'm saying? You is locked in this room right here all day. This is prison. Now I'm about to get out prison. If you're not in your cell, which is right here, your cell, you're going. Once you leave out of this, you go into this, the day room. This is where you're at all day. Now, guys, this is how guys do their time. They take their chair. Everybody get a chair. You take your chair and put it out front of your cell. Some people sit right there and watch TV all day. They sit down and watch TV. You know what I mean? You could go into other people's cell and stuff like that. You can move around, but you're all in here all day. That's if they don't let you out on the yard. You want to go to the yard? All right, cool. You go to the yard. You out here in a fenced-in yard. If they get to fighting out there, you got to lay in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Lay in, spit, all of that. You know what I mean? If the code get hit. You feel me? Then you go right back to the block. A lot of times, in certain yards, they don't even let you outside. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stay here all day on this block. This is your life. This is 5 years, 7 years. Guys have life in prison, 30 years in prison. They are right here on this block. This is where their life is at. Leaving out of this cell, going into this big room right here. And if you're on lockdown, you're in your cell. I done been in the cell for 3 weeks, 2 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? This is mentally crazy. So when I first got off the bus, you feel me? Got put in the cell and came out the next day. It was mind blowing. I'm looking at dudes work out, looking at dudes watch TV and stuff. And we been in a big room. So I'm like, thinking to myself, let me go outside, bro. Give me some fresh air. So I tell the homie, I'm like, bro, when we could go out, I could walk outside. He like, bro, go outside what? He said, what you talking about? So I said, man, I'm just trying to walk outside. He said, bro, you can't go outside right now. He said, you gotta wait till they call yard. So yard is only from like 9 to 10. You get an hour or something out there. You know what I'm saying? So now I know that it's only certain times you could go outside, even if they do let you outside. So I'm just like, what? I'm thinking I can leave out of here anytime I want to go walk outside, then come. No, it's dead. No, it's not going down. This is what prison is for the guys that don't know. your cell on this block right here and outside for a couple hours, then you back in here. That's prison. And when I digest that, I'm like, whoa. All I kept saying was, I got 5 years of this. I was like, yo. That's all I kept saying. I got 5 years of this. Then the next thing you know, the homie Weedy came up to me. He was like, man, what's up, yo? I'm like, man, what's up? I'm sitting there digesting, and I don't know if he saw, like, maybe I was thinking too much or something. He was like, you smoke K2? And I was like, yeah, I was hitting K2 on the streets just now because I was on house arrest. I was shot up on house arrest, so I was hitting some K2. I was hitting a bunch of that Space Cadet and all that. I love that shit. I was like, yeah, that's a K2. So we went to the cell, pulled out some little paper K2. I'm like, what's that? So they put it on the paper. They got it on the paper, you feel me? So I'm like, he like, man, it's the K2. So I put it on the you take the lock, put the K2 on the back of the lock, right? We in my cell. Put the K2 on the back of the lock. So, hey, yo, did that when I got to blowing it out. I was already high. I was like, yeah, I can do 5 years of this. I was like, yeah, I can do 5 years of this. I said, how much that cost? I said, how much that cost? They got to telling me numbers and stuff, man. It was over. I was like, all right, I can do 5 years. You hear me? I was like, all right, you hear me? Because, man, this joint was crazy. Crazy. I don't care what nobody say. You try, when it was quarantining and y'all had to stay in the house, everybody was going crazy. You feel me? It's crazy. So here it is. This is my bid. This is how I'm doing my bid. I'm working out. You feel me? Because I'm to come back home, be strong. You feel me? Get in my boxing career. You know what I'm saying? So that was my plan. I used to write my book. I wrote a book. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. So look right here is some of my book. You feel me? This is just some. I got big joints like this. You feel me? And on them, right, is the times that where I was at. Canaan USP, August 2020. You feel me? I got my book, bro. This is the book on my life right here. I spend a lot of time on this. I used to get bored and write in my book, you feel me? You know what I mean? Real live. I'm telling my story with this joint, you feel me? Let me see. Everywhere I was at, Canaan USP, April 2020th. April 2020th, you feel me? Yeah, bro. May 20th, feel me? And it's stuff like today, while I was locked in my cell. Yeah, I cried while I was locked in my cell. I was crying this day. I said the day I cried while I was locked in my cell, the reason for my tears was because as a man, I felt defeated. I've been incarcerated going on 4 years now, and any and everybody who has done time with me on this bed will tell you I've got the best spirit on the block. I'm always smiling and giving positive vibes, always. You see, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just little stuff, you know what I mean? That's just a little sample, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna run it up on this too much, but listen, because I'm gonna get back to the story. So, you write books, you know what I'm saying? I was writing my book, I was working out, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I smoked me some K. I hit me some K2 here and there, you hear me? When I'm going through it though, like I just said, I wrote in that joint, I was crying one day in my cells, I wanted to hit somebody real bad. You feel me? I felt defeated. We was on lockdown. You feel me? It's crazy. So the K2 used to job, like, you know what I'm saying, take me out there. You feel me? So here it is. We're at Hazleton Penitentiary, right? This the time I had an episode. You know what I'm saying? Now I just wanted to explain that to y'all to show you how a man do his time. You know what I'm saying? So here it is, man. I used to be copping from a nigga named Kojo, a Paisa. You feel me? They got the IDs for like 200. You feel me? And I used to be sending them a stack, 500, make my little money, boop bop. And I'm also getting drugs into the jail. You feel me? That's some other stuff I'm gonna talk about later. You feel me? I'm getting my own drugs into the jail. You feel me? So you know what I mean? I'm living the life on the block. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what? I'm doing my time. I don't care how you think. Oh, you should have been smoking K2, nigga. You go try. You come do this time for me then. What you talking about? You feel me? I don't know what you talking about. You smoke K2? Yeah, I smoked it. So here's the time that I had the episode. So here you go, bro. My celly Cuda, he smoked too. So I sent Kojo like 300. I sent Kojo for 300 for like 2 IDs. You feel me? So boom, he got me waiting all day. Now this is where these hustlers be all taking all day. Oh, I gotta put up. I got you, killer. I got you. I'm like, bro, I sent you that money earlier today. You need to go get that. You with me? I'm pressing my arm. I'm gonna give you extra. Da da da. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for bro. I sent him the money probably like 9 o'clock. You hear me? So, bro, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I sent a joint. So I'm like, bro, bad, give me this before count time. So that's why I tell him. I said, bro, you got till count time, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna have problems. Mind you, this is a Mexican. I don't care. I already hit an Indian dude over on when I first got here. I don't care about no races or nothing. So they know what's up. And I told him, I said, bro, you got to 4 o'clock, bro. I need that before I go into my cell. So I was chilling. I'm chilling on the block. They do count time. You get locked in your cell at 3:45, 3 o'clock, 3:30, you feel me? Stand-up count is 4 o'clock. You gotta stand up for count. He come to me about motherfucking right before we go in the cell. He's like, hey, killer. He was like, huh, got me up. He's like, yeah, that's for you. You rush your mother. I was like, yeah, whatever. Run off, boom. So we go get locked in our cell. They lock us in our cell, boom, boom. Locking everybody in their cell. So my cellie, he like, you got it. He gave it to you. He's like, wow. I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm saying he wild as a mother. You hear me? My cellie, Cooter. He from Trinidad. He followed me on IG and all. Cooter bang. I love Cooter. That's my man. We used to that joint thug. So we in the cell. He get to chopping up. He like to roll up. He like, all right, bet. I gave him some to roll up. Gave him the joint, right? And I'm going out the pipe. I've been waiting all day for this, you hear me? So I'm going out the pipe, you hear me? So I cut like 6 pieces. This is gas too, I ain't gonna lie, but I be taking the gas. I be, man, you hear me? I'm just like, I'm the only dude that don't be having eppies on the block. So I cut me like 6 pieces, a nice little slab off that joint, put it in the pipe. It's a pipe that we make. And the next thing I know, bro, when I came back, I looked up. When I look up, I look at the door and the police at the door. They like, oh, you want smoke during count time? You want smoke during count time? I'm like, nah, I wasn't smoking. So then they stepped off. They kept walking, boosh. So myself like, what he like killer? What the? So he getting the K2. He getting the K2 that he was just chopping up. That I gave him to chop up and all that. He about to flush down the toilet. I'm like, no, bro, don't flush that down the toilet. So I find a book. I get a book and put it in between the book. We put it in between the book. You feel me? You know what I mean? Then put the book up, whatever books. So he like, bro, what the fuck, killer? So I'm like, what happened, bro? He was like, bro, you passed out, bro. They came to the door for count time. He said, I'm trying to get you to stand up. You want to stand up? I'm like, what? I was like, kill. I went out, bro. He was like, bro, you went out, bro. They standing at the door like, standing up for count. They like, why you ain't standing up for count, boo, boo, pop? I'm like, what? So I'm like, dang. So now, I just got 2 IDs from Kojo. So I'm like, where's my IDs at? You feel me? So I heard in here. When they say in here, that mean the police is coming on the block. So now, the people, the dudes that was doing the count, the police that was doing the count, they didn't call down the lieutenant building, and these are the police coming down here to get me. So I'm like, I ain't got no time to look for the ID. Now they came to the door, They was like, which one I'm smoking? They was like, him, the lights going, move out. So come on with us. So I come out, damn. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm going to the lieutenant office. So I'm like, dang, I ain't been to the hole yet. You hear me? Did I been to the hole yet? Yeah, I ain't been to the hole yet. This is my first time in the hole. So we walking down the lieutenant office, down the little T, you walking down, it's a little walk, you feel me? So they like, yeah, you want to smoke during count time? Or acting all pressed, trying to scare me shit. So I'm like, nah, bro, I wasn't smoking, bro. I wasn't smoking. So I had on shorts, right? My shorts had burn marks in them from smoking. When you smoke and they got the tobacco in it, sometimes the joint will fall apart. It hit your shorts and I'm like, oh. So I got holes in my shorts. They like, look at your shorts, you be smoking. So I'm like, I wasn't smoking today. So they're like, yeah, all right, we about to see. So they take you into the lieutenant office. Now I got the lieutenant and I got 3 COs right here with the nurse. So they put me in a little holding tank joint. So they like, you smoking on count time? Why you smoking on count time? So I'm like, nah, bro, I wasn't smoking. So they was like, all right, whatever. You got drugs on you right now? So I'm like, nah, I ain't got no drugs on me. My stash spot was my sock, bro. Everybody in the feds know I keep that deuce in my socks. I ain't even gonna lie. I keep the gas in my sock because it's a straight go-to boost. Man, boom, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Go straight in your sock, you know what I'm saying? I keep it chopped up and all that in my sock, you feel me? Dudes even used to walk up to me like, man, go in your sock and give me some drugs. I'm like, go have that. So here it is. I got 5 COs in front of me, right here in front of me. they telling me now I got strip search. You know what I'm saying? If I got anything on me, I'm going to the hole. So I'm like, I'm wondering, I passed out, so I don't even remember where I put my goddamn drugs at. I don't know, you feel me? So man, I'm thinking it's in my sock, you know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, I'm getting busted, you know what I'm saying? So they like, take off your clothes one at a time. So I'm like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Took off my shirt, boosh. You know what I mean? Took off my drawers, boom. Took off, so when I got to my socks, no, I didn't even take my drawers off first. I took off my shirt. Then I am in my drawers and my sock. Why they start betting? My hand to God. They start betting. These are how these CEOs are. They like, I bet it's in this left sock. They like, I bet you sold it. Bet it sold it. They betted that I had it in my left sock. So I took off my left sock, nothing in it. They're like, yeah, you owe me a soda. They betting on me while I'm half naked. I'm butt naked. You know what I'm saying? So when I ain't see it in my left sock, I'm like, damn, I know it's in my right sock. Took off my right sock. It wasn't even in there. So I'm like, oh, bet. I'm psyched now. I'm like, bruh, I beat him. In my head, I said, I put that in the book too. I'm thinking I got it in the book. You feel me? I probably took the 2 IDs and put them in. We be putting them in little pieces of paper, you know what I mean? Sit it in there, then put the book up because they don't be feeling like looking through all the books when they shake down your cells. So I'm like, bet. See, I took off that sock. I'm like, bet, yeah, I'm sized up there. So he like, all right, drop your pants. Took my drawers off now. I'm like, I want some thorough shit. I'm like, yeah, all right, go ahead and show him this joint and go ahead and roll. You feel me? Go back to the cell, get high again. So they like, lift your nuts, lift my nuts, boom, boom. So they say, turn around, you gotta turn around. You gotta turn around and open your butt, bruh. So, man, I freaking turned around. I'm like, yeah, all right, but I'm thorough with it too. They like, oh, me spread your cheeks. I spread my cheeks. They're like, what's that in between your ass? I said, what? I reached my hand and felt it, bro, the whole time. I had the cards cheeked up in a napkin, bro. I said, oh, he said, give it to me. I said, man, I gave it to him, bro. He opened it up. He's like, yeah, he got an ID right here. Like, this K2 right here. He's like, yeah, you going to the hole. Oh, I was thinking like, dang, I ain't even feel them joints in between my cheeks. I was like, yeah. I usually don't even be cheeking stuff up, but it's 2 IDs, so I probably was on point, you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to lose this, you feel me? So, I slim. I had the IDs the whole time cheeked up, you feel me? I was like, yeah. Hey, bro, I was blown. I said, man, I just paid $300 for them joints in my head. So they like, yeah, they cuffed me up and shit. So I'm like, dang, bro. Open my butt cheeks thorough as a mug too. Like, yeah, look, you know what I'm saying? He said, what's that in between your butt crack? I said, what? I fell behind it. I felt it. I took him out. I was like, oh, bro. Yeah, I'm like, dang, bro. I'm like, kill. So it's over with. Here I go. I'm going to the hole. They handcuff me up, boosh. Take me out. You know what I'm saying? So when they take me out in the hallway, I see Cuda in handcuffs. They taking Cuda to the hole. So I'm like, I see Cuda. I'm still smacked too. I'm like, Cuda, what's up, bro? What you going to the hole for? He like, bro, they messing with me, bro. So now we both going to the hole. So I'm like, oh, kill. So man, we get in the hole. So I holler at Cuda. So I'm like, what's up? Get the report, say that I passed out. I might got to join in here. I got so much stuff, bro. I don't feel like looking through it, but they say I passed out during count time. You know what I mean? They took me to the lieutenant office. I had 2 IDs folded up in a napkin between my buttocks. My butt cheeks. I went to the hole, bro. Got the cell with the nigga. So I was like, what's up, bro? He like, what's up? So I tell him, I feel like, dang, bro, you got caught with the IDs, bro. He said, I heard about you, the boxing dude. I think it was in the cell with the North Carolina dude. I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, they got some K2 down here. He like, yeah, bro, such and such got some guys. I'm like, shit, I'm about to get us some. Hey, sent the line over there. Got high in the hole. It's like, yeah, they got some guys down there. So needed that for 24 hours. You feel me? Look. Slim, that was crazy though. I had the joint cheeked up. I swear I ain't feel it or nothing, bro. You feel me? Because like at this time, see, dudes was putting stuff up in them. They'd push it in them, but they'd put it in a little glove or whatever, or some plastic and push it in their butt. I ain't into pushing stuff in my butt at this time, you know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I mean? That's nasty. You supposed to be a butt. But that's how they get the drugs to the hole. See, sometimes dudes that take, you won't even get in trouble. Dudes that just go do something so they can go to the hole. Because if something in the hole is worth $50, it's worth 100 down the hole. So dudes go down the hole and make some money, you know what I'm saying? Then get sent back to the block, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta tell y'all about the state of Maryland Slim. That's when I lost my virginity to a pack of cigarettes, you hear me? Hey, ain't gonna lie, bro, you know what I mean? It's a pack of cigarettes, bro, it's just small, you hear me? I was like, first I'm like, no, I thought that was like, what, pack of cigarettes? I'll explain that story to y'all later, though, you feel me? Man, like, comment, subscribe. That's your boy, the cuteness ass.